just finished recording the previous episode of Vlogtober. That was out on Tuesday. So I thought I will start the next one and do like an intro and a plan of the week. So this is going to be a busy week. I thought this was going to be a quieter week than recent weeks, but it's still going to be quite a busy week, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But I don't have any workshops this week, which will be quite nice because I have 2 workshops next week and then I go to Norway. So time's gone so quickly since last time I was in Norway. I only came back middle of September, and it's been a really whirlwind second half of September and October. And I've still got quite a lot to do before I go to Norway at the end of next week. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hopefully you're going to see some knitting. I'm going to talk about a pattern that I'm about to publish hopefully this week. That's the plan anyway. I should finish 1, maybe 2 projects this week, I'm hoping. One of them I definitely want to finish by the time I film the podcast on Wednesday. It's Monday today. Not sure if I said that. And then I want to make some significant progress and hopefully finish another project by Wednesday maybe. And then I have a 3rd project I need to really crack on with and finish as much as possible before I go to Norway. So hopefully you'll see a lot of knitting this week. If you are new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns. I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through my website YarnAddict.co.uk. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Thank you to everyone who's joined us this month. Loads of new subscribers this month, so I'm really pleased. I normally post a podcast on Thursday where I talk about what I'm knitting and what else is going on, and then on Tuesday I normally post some kind of other video. This month, because it's Vlogtober, I've been posting Vlogtober videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I do have some other videos coming for November. So November will be back to the normal schedule of Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I have 2 videos that I actually had planned to release in September and just never managed to fit them in because I had other things to release. So they are waiting for the first 2 weeks of November, and I got another film video I might want to film this afternoon for November because I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks in Norway. I'm trying to get ahead. So I got 2 videos planned I want to film for Tuesday videos in November. I might try and do one of them this afternoon. And then other plans for this week, I've got this cowl and hand warmer set that I knitted last Christmas on the way to Norway. I have pictures of me knitting at the airport. These are the twist hand warmers which I originally designed for my Brioche Improvers workshop and my Brioche online course, and I wasn't planning to release them, but then I designed a cowl to go with it, so I'm going to release them as a set with the cowl. If you have signed up for my Brioche online course, you will get this pattern for free. Because the hand warmers are already in there, I will add the cowl as well, so you'll get the new pattern for free when I release it. And I will hopefully release this week. It's all been edited. I actually sold the pattern at Yarndale, but I need to just list it on Ravelry and Payhip and add it all to my newsletter on Thursday. So as long as I got time to do that before Thursday, that's the plan. I've also had a 15% off my website since last couple of weeks. And that was supposed to have finished last weekend, but because I still have quite a lot of stock left after Yarndale, and I just don't have the space, and I accidentally ordered some more yarn that it turned out that I already had because it was hidden away in a box and I didn't see it. So I reordered it and then realized I already had it, but it was too late to cancel my order. So I have way too much yarn than I have space for. So I've decided to extend the 15% off till the end of October. And then my online shop will close while I'm in Norway and reopen middle of November. So I'll put all the details on the screen and in the notes below. So if you haven't taken advantage of the 15% off, don't worry, you haven't missed that. But you only have till the end of October to do so. It'll finish on the 31st of October, so don't miss out. I'm I'll tell you what knitting I'm working on this week and what I'm trying to finish. So I've got socks on the go for Simon. This is the second sock. I only have about 10 rounds left on the foot before I can do the toe. And then I have to do the afterthought heel. So I'm seeing a friend tomorrow. So the plan is to take this with me tomorrow and try and finish that first. I'm working on a design in my Truly Hooked advent calendar from last year. And I want to finish that. Well, I want to finish as much of it as I can before I go to Norway, and I haven't really worked on it for the last week, so I'm going to take that with me tomorrow as well when I'm meeting a friend for the day and try and get some stuff done on that. And then after tomorrow I need to really try and prioritize that. I've been working on this, which is nearly finished. I have 3 repeats left on the body to do, and then I need to check the length to see if it's long enough. And then I want to take out this brown section here. I've talked quite a lot about it in previous Vlogtober videos. I won't talk about it now, but got undo the neckline, take this section out and join this bit together with that brown, and then knit on the edging around the sleeve and re-knit the neck edging. So I'm hoping to get the 3 repeats on the body done today, and then I may block it tonight. If I think it's long enough, I might block it just to double check, or if I'm really confident it's long enough, I might just knit the edging. We'll see. And then I will probably do this brown bit up here, take that out on Wednesday maybe. I might do this afternoon, I haven't decided yet. And then my goal is to finish that kind of by Wednesday or Thursday, so I can block it. I want to have it ready for going to Norway, which is not till the 3rd of November. So I'm finishing it quite early, but I have ignored that Truly Hooked project, which I really need to get on with. Once I finish the socks for Simon, I'm planning to knit Simon a hat for Christmas. The yarn that's from my online shop is Manos de Uruguay Alegria in the colorway Orquídea. I'm assuming that means orchidee, orchidee in Spanish. I'm learning Spanish, so I should know that. But it's a beautiful colorway, turquoise with some lighter areas and some splashes of purple and things. So Simon chose this. I gave him a selection. I wanted it to be a yarn that I stock in my online shop, so that when we do shows and things, if it's cold like it was a yarn there, he could wear it. And because I don't like stuff on my stall that I don't sell the yarn for, so he chose this yarn out of the selection I showed him. So I'm going to knit that. This is going to be in his Christmas stocking. I mean, he knows about it, but I'm going to knit this for his Christmas stocking. So the plan is, once I finish the socks, I'm going to cast this on, and it will be kind of my easy out and about project for the next few weeks. I'll probably take this to Norway with me when I go and have it as a travel project, and try and finish it while I'm in Norway as a travel and out and about project. I'll talk next week in Vlogtober what I'm planning to knit for my main project when I'm in Norway. I've made a decision. I just need to decide how much yarn I need, and then early next week I'll order it and get it shipped to my parents, so it's there when I get there. But I'm traveling up on the Sunday and to Wales to see my daughter, and then we're driving up to Stansted Airport near London overnight, early Monday morning. So I need something for a 4-hour train ride on the Sunday, plus at my daughter's house in the evening and stuff, plus something for the car on the Monday, plus the airport and the plane and the train the other side, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to cast this on, and then unless I finish it before I go, which I don't think will happen, I will cast this on, try and get the crown increases finished, and then work on that while I'm in Norway. it is Thursday, and I did a little bit of filming on Tuesday when I was in the pub with a friend. So Tuesday, met a friend for about 4 hours, and well, I was there for 4 hours. She was there for 3.5 because she was half an hour late. So we met in a pub in Devon, in the Yelmton, very nice pub called Rose and Crown, and we did a bit of knitting. And I finished Simon's socks, which look like this. If you want to see more about them, watch the podcast from Thursday because I talk about them a lot more there. So I finished the socks when I was in the pub on Tuesday, and I also took my Truly Hooked project, the advent project, thinking I can finish the sock in the first hour and then knit on the other project. Took me the whole time I was there to finish the sock, apart from probably the last half an hour. Obviously I wasn't knitting the whole time because I was talking to my friend as well, and we had lunch, so we obviously ate for a bit. And then my friend was she's been working on this cardigan. It's a Nora pattern. I think it's by Jenny Watson, but I'm not sure. But it's quite an old Nora pattern that she must have been working on for nearly 10 years. I'm not sure, but it's a long time that she's been working on it. And she finished the knitting ages ago, but the sewing up's been taking a long time. And I think at one point she asked me to do it, and I said no because at the time I had a lot on. And my complaint when she got the pattern was that this pattern is in several different pieces. So the back has 2 pieces, front has 4 pieces maybe, and then there's the sleeves, and there's like a shawl collar thing that's knitted in 2 pieces that goes all the way around. So there's an awful lot of pieces, a lot of sewing up to do. So I'd done it for, I helped her do one of the sleeve caps and half the second sleeve cap. So I got her started on the first sleeve because I thought that's fairly easy. So she did about half of that when we were there. And then before I left, just finished doing the second sleeve cap because she was asking me what she could get on with till next time I see her. So I said, we'll try and get both the sleeves done, and then you've done quite a bit. But the second sleeve cap wasn't completely done, so I just finished the second sleeve cap for her so that she can just go ahead and do the sleeves. I don't think she'll do it. I'm seeing her again at the end of November when I'm back from Norway, and I doubt she will have touched it, to be quite honest. But you know, it's not my cardigan, so I don't care. But because I finished the socks, I thought I better cast on something else. So that's the yarn I'm using. So it's a really pretty colorway. It is Manos de Uruguay Alegria. I think you can see it on my shelf there. I think it's that colorway maybe. But I got a lot of Alegria in the shop at the moment. So Manos de Uruguay Alegria in the Orchidea, which I'm assuming means orchid colorway. 75% superwash merino, 25% polyamide, 405 meters. So it's like a standard sock yarn blend. I've used this for sock as well, not this colorway but other colorways, and it's really pretty. It's got loads of little purple bits in it. Simon likes quite bright colorways, but the other hat I knit for him was grey with like speckles, and I got out a range of colorways and I got him to choose, and it was the one he liked most. So I cast on this morning because I was going out with my daughter. We went to the Duchy of Cornwall nurseries, and I wanted to take this with me because I thought we'd probably go in the coffee shop and get something to eat. So I cast this on and just did a few rounds, and then I knitted the rest while we were having lunch, well, before and after lunch, or waiting for lunch, and a little bit at the end. And when we went up to pay, one of the staff was, because we were sitting right next to where the bar was, and she asked me what I was knitting because they'd obviously been watching me knit on circular needles, and discussed it. And I said, oh, I'm knitting a hat. So that's what it looks like so far. Need to count. I've got a few more increases to go before I can just knit in the round, but getting that ready. It'll probably be a travel project when I go to Norway, but I wanted to get it ready so that when we go out this weekend I can take it with me, and if we go in a coffee shop I can knit on it. I put it in this bag, which I found when I did my project by clear out earlier in the summer. It's an American make. Does it say what it's called? Tom Bin, I think it's called. They did a collaboration with Nitty.com years and years and years ago, and I got like a tote bag from them, and then I got this one. It's got like a thing inside that you can thread your yarn through, like a clip. It also, but if you can see that, and then it has a drawstring, and then it's got this clip here. And I found it. I have this one. I have one, a bigger one in green. Found it when I was clearing out my project bag stash, and I decided to keep it. This one looks like I've barely used it because it looks perfect. Yeah, it's called Tom Bin. American company, Canadian company. Some really good progress on my sweater or cover up. Layering piece, I don't know what to call it. It's not really a sweater because it's not going to have sleeves. So I can't remember what I said earlier in the week, but on Tuesday when I came back from seeing my friend, I wanted to sort out the shoulder situation. So if you remember, there was like a brown wedge here in stocking stitch which I didn't like, so I took that out. My plan was to film it as a tutorial, because obviously when you say that to people, just take that out, that sounds a bit scary. So I was going to film it as a proper tutorial, but I filmed the first bit, but I came back on Tuesday. I didn't have time to film anything on Monday. Can't remember why now, but on Tuesday it was about 4 o'clock, nearly 4 o'clock I think by the time I got back, and I really just wanted to sit down and knit because I'd driven nearly an hour each way, and I knew on Wednesday I had a lot on. I had a Pilates in the morning, massage in the afternoon, so I was going to be out on and off most of the day. I was home a bit first thing in the morning, then walked the dog, Pilates, lunch, did a little bit of work, ran some errands, massage, home, dinner time. So it was a lot. So I knew I was going to have time to film. And then today I knew my daughter was going to be home and that we might go out somewhere, which we have. I did my newsletter this morning and then we went out. And so I thought I want to finish this, and this was kind of holding me up a bit. So I filmed the first bit, but then I didn't go back and film anymore. I don't think I'm going to put it up as a tutorial because I only filmed the very first bit of it. But what I did was I took out the brown bits and put the stitches on 2 separate needles. First thing I did was take out the neckline, which I'd done wrong anyway. I wasn't that happy with it. And then I took out the brown bits and I did 1 row on each shoulder and joined it as a 3 needle cast off. Then I knitted the neckline, and this is the way I wanted to do it originally. Start with a lighter colour and then go gradually darker, and I really like that. And then I had done, when I first blocked the top bit, I had done some measurements to work out how many repeats of the brown I needed to do. And according to my measurements, I needed to do 16 repeats of the brown. I did that and I tried it on, and it was just past my waist. And I thought, it's a little bit short, maybe I should do 20. So I started doing more. And then yesterday, I think it was, I went back to my measurements and I realized that if my measurements are correct, it would grow by about 8 centimeters, which sounds like a lot. So I basically ended up doing 18 repeats. So originally I planned to do 16, then I thought maybe I should do 20, so I ended up doing 18. I was thinking about blocking it and then finishing it off, but in the end I thought no, I'll just finish it off, and if it's not long enough I'll just have to undo the garter stitch edging. So I did the garter stitch edging the same as I did for the neckline, which I really like, but I haven't got enough of all the colours to do the same around the sleeves. So the next job is to pick up stitches around the sleeves and just knit an edging, and I was hoping to do it the same way, but I don't have enough. I've only got a tiny bit, like a gram or 2 of the lightest pink, but I don't know if I got enough of the other side to do that, so I might just do the sleeves in the brown. But I would have liked to have done that really, because I really like that. But let me just try it on, because I haven't tried it on since I've done the neckline. And as I don't have any needles in it, let's just put it on. I was a bit worried that the neckline, because the neckline is smaller than it was before, and I was a little bit worried it was too tight. But I did 12 rounds, I think, so I could just take out a couple of rounds, but I think that's okay, because I didn't want it too wide, so I just need to make sure I can pull it over my head easily. But yeah, I think that's okay for the neckline. A little bit worried that the cast on is a bit tight. I just did a pearlwise cast off, a regular cast off. So I may need to look at that. I may have to undo it and do sewn cast off. I have plenty of that darker pink colour, and then you can't really see properly when I'm standing up, but it comes down to just past my waist. So even if it ended up this length, it would be okay. Fits fine up here. It is a little bit, fits okay rest of the body, but I want it to be a bit more relaxed, and I think once I blocked it, it will be more relaxed. Because obviously I can see that from the difference between this and the lace fan here, which looks awful. I had hoped the sleeves would be slightly longer. I kind of wanted them elbow length, which is why I'm also thinking about doing it in brown, because then I can knit a wider edging here. Maybe I'll even do a repeat of the lace, 1 or 2 repeats of the lace. I don't know yet. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this so far. The moment it feels a little bit snugger than I wanted it to be, so I just hope when I block it that it relaxes enough, because I wanted it to be slightly oversized, but at the same time I have shared before that I have lost weight over the summer. I think I lost 7 kilos, 7.5 kilos. Then we went to Norway and I put on a kilo, lost it again. Then we went to YarnAddict and I put on like 3 kilos just in a long weekend, which I don't understand, because we were staying with friends. It wasn't like we were living on takeaways or anything. Yeah, I had a few meals out, but didn't think I ate that badly. Very different food from what I eat at home now. And then since we came back, I've just been struggling to get it off. And I'm nearly back to what I was before I went to Norway now. I had hoped to have lost another 5 kilos before we go to Norway, but obviously I'm going in a week, so that's not going to happen. So I'd like to lose 1 kilo of what I was when we went to Norway last time. So I'd like to get back to that. I really want to get like another kilo off, so I could say I've lost like 8. Because I know going to Norway I'm going to probably put on weight, because I tend to overdose a bit on licorice segments. I will show you them when I go to Norway because they're really tasty. So I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed I haven't lost more weight, but at the same time I know I will lose more weight probably, hopefully. So then I don't want this to be too big and then end up being too baggy. So I think I'm happy with it. I do like that pop of colour at the bottom. I think that looks really good, and I wish I could do the same thing around the sleeves, but I don't think I've got room. So I think I'll either do 1 or 2 repeats of the lace pattern. 1 repeat is 6 rounds, so maybe 2 plus a few rounds of garter stitch, or maybe I'll just do 12 rounds of garter stitch, which is what I've done. No, here I did 10 rounds. 2, 4, 6, yeah, 10, and here I did 12. I don't know why I didn't do 12 at the bottom. I think I just got bored. So very happy with this. I'm going to go and finish it off this afternoon and then block it, and I'll show you what it looks like either tomorrow when I finish this vlog, if it's dry, or I'll show you in the next vlog on Tuesday. I finished this top last night and blocked it, and I was a bit worried when I tried it on because it was quite snug fitting, and obviously I knew it would relax. It's relaxed quite a bit more than I expected it to. So I think the width in total has probably blocked out by about 20 centimeters wider than I expected it to, or that it was unblocked, and the length is also quite a bit longer. But it will relax a bit once I unpin it. I saw a reel or something on Instagram a while ago where somebody had blocked the lace shawl, left it till it was dry, and then unpinned it, and it shrunk back by a certain amount. They left it for like 24 hours and it shrunk back by a certain amount. They left it for like, I think it was like 48 hours, and it hardly shrunk back at all. So the longer you leave it pinned out, the more it'll keep its shape. This also has silk in it, so it will keep its shape a little bit more, but I probably do need it to shrink back a little bit because I think it's going to be a bit bigger than I expected it to. But I'm very happy with how it blocked out. Probably about 80% dry. So I'll probably leave it till tomorrow and then see what it's like. It is Friday morning, or Friday lunchtime, so I'm just popping in to finish off this episode of Vlogtober. I've just spent the morning catching up on a bunch of admin. I've started writing the pattern for this hat. Knitted one for myself last winter, this one earlier this autumn. No, when I was in Norway, I don't know, I can't remember, at some point. And I knitted one for Simon last winter, and I've just cast on another one for Simon, which I think I talked about earlier in this episode. I haven't gone through what I filmed, so I have no idea. So I thought I'd write up the patterns. I've started writing that up, caught up on some pattern edits and a bunch of admin emails, that kind of thing. So now I'm going to go and have lunch and run some errands, and then I need to tidy up because I have so much yarn here that I can't move around in here. So don't forget, if you want to help me clear all this yarn stock I have, don't forget 15% off until end of October. Code, I'll put everything on the screen and in the notes below this video. 15% off is valid until the end of October, and then my online shop will be closed for 2 weeks while I go to Norway. So if you fancy any beautiful yarn, beads, notions, my books, I only have 2 copies I think left of Easy Lace Knits, and I don't know whether I will get any more before Christmas. And I have a few copies left of beaded lace knitting. But I thought I'd also show you my knitting. So I finally back to working on my Truly Hooked Advent pattern. Now that I've finished the yak top, the pink yak top, I can get back to this. So I knitted from that marker earlier, so about 4 rows I think. This is the last section in this pattern, so I'm doing 4 rows in each colour. So I have, that's day 1, and I've alternated between day 2 and 3. That's day 3, and next I'm going to do, I think it's day 4 and 5, but I don't know if that might be, I don't know, I can't remember which order they're in, but that doesn't matter. So I'm going to wind those up while I have lunch and carry on knitting, and I would like to try and get those 2 colours done today as well, but we are going out this afternoon. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Vlogtober. The next episode, which will be out on Tuesday, will hopefully feature a little bit from our trip to Lou this afternoon. We've got to pop down to Lou, which is a nearby seaside town, which I'm going to include in Tuesday's Vlogtober. And also hopefully we'll be able to go out a bit over the weekend, and I'll show you loads of progress on this hopefully. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to check out Thursday's podcast episode, and I will see you next week on Tuesday for the next Vlogtober. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.